This is the video for CYB 503 Week 1 Lab 2. This lab kind of builds on the first lab that was conducted. In this lab, we were tasked with taking the handful of domains that we previously investigated and try and find a couple more things, specifically DNS records, DMARC records, SSL expiration dates for the SSL certs. So in this video, same with the last one, I'm not going to show any information that I found, but I will show you a few methods that I used to find this information. So like the first method, or like the first lab, I did utilize the Maltego tool again. Specifically for MX records, you can, a couple of ways to do this. You can either search for the MX record specifically right through the MX record transform, or by searching through the domain transform, as I showed off in the previous labs video. If you search for the domain, sometimes you'll get lucky and pull an MX record right from that search, which happened to me a couple times, so I was able to get that information. As for some of the other information that I used, if we go to Firefox, I went to this first website that I went to specifically for the DMARC records, was the dmarkian.com. Essentially just a website. You can throw a domain in here and you'll be able to inspect the domain, and you'll be able to get an output here for what the domain record is, if it's secure, different things like that. The second website that I used was called dnschecker.com. This will, again, you can throw a website right in here, or a domain right in here, and you'll be able to pull either all records, or you can select certain records. In this case, for the lab, I left it on all, simply because we were looking for a bunch of different records. AAA, NE, CNAME, MX, NS, SOA, TXT, all that stuff. So you'll throw the domain in here. You can search which DNS server that you want to search on. For me, I just left it on Google. And then once you get your output, you'll be able to, you'll get an output down here, and you'll be able to see all of those different records that are pulled. And then, as mentioned, the SSL cert expiration date, essentially you'll just click on the lockup here. You'll click on the arrow here, you'll select more information, and that will give you the expiration date of the cert. I did also use Nmap to search for any WAFs in place, and I did not find any on the domains that I was doing an investigation on. So that's about it for Lab 2. Again, just showing some of the tools and techniques that I used to uncover some of these records.